After making a lot of videos on Adipurush and after listening to the explanation of many people, I also did a little self-reflection on myself that let's think about it with a cool head. Let's also take a perspective at what happened, brother. The VFX of the picture got spoiled and it is obvious that, brother, this entire epic cannot be accommodated in a picture of 2.5 to 3 hours. I may also turn out a good picture in some other cases, but how much someone will lie to himself? It doesn't happen, and the same thing has happened with Adipurush. This picture is a ridiculous joke. The subline of the Ramayana saga has no common decency on its language, lines respect its source material and make the hearts of its royal fans go one more time. I am successful in this. I agree that Prabhas will be a big star, but not bigger than Ramayana. On which I also give the syllogism of half the man and the younger. On which I don't think people will not know about any story. But still, according to Wikipedia, 7,000 years ago, Ayodhya's Prince Raghav and his younger brother Lakshmana traveled to Lanka with their monkey army, so that Lord Sri Ramji is being called as Raghav in the movie, and Sita Mata knows that they all come together to mother Sita. Bai was able to get rid of Ravan's anger and reduce his ego, in which this movie mainly presents Lanksha's a debunking, on which it is said that even God can be found in search, so why can't 18% of goodness be found in half a man? Will go? Like Saif Ali Khan's performance was good. Concept movie looks good from afar, that when he is massaging with Saif or in the beginning when he is playing Veena, even blood starts coming out from his hands and some landscape, we will get to see beautiful skills, and we can say that the music of the movie is its biggest plus point, which is the needle drop that has been put by the brother of his composers, A.J. Atulya Ram Siya Ram. That brother is praised, that too. Only Those Who Have It song was composed many years ago and it has been composed recently. But even after that, I would say that the music has not been able to fit properly everywhere. Like when in the end when our Lord Sri Ram meets his mother Sita. Brother, what is going on that day, man? What should I feel? But from which brothers move ahead? It sounds cool to hear the concept from brothers, but what have you done? Have taken such dangerous and illegal advantage of creative liberty to your picture, on which no one can say this. It will not be wrong that they have used our gods to feed their lusts of wealth and fame. Will we be able to recommend this picture to the world that this Ramayana is made by our country? CJI has used it. He did not make any changes. What character was his brother in the beginning? Brother Motel Combat Koskarf Nada Sastawala. Have put Death Eaters with him and keep coming, brother. It is such a ridiculous joke that brother Tolkien's Oxy brothers from Lord of the Rings have already been put in Ramayana, plus you picked up in his world building, almost you picked up at that moment when he is smitten. Or should I pretend here that you have someone in Ramayana? Marvelous engineering. You didn't even think of doing such a simple Google search. If you talk about Kiram Setu Chodakitna in dialogues, brother, he has opened a shop of cringe. Everyone. I mean, what are you writing? What do you think? Don't we all know the language? Do you want to impress the youth like this? Brother, this fact was bad by default. I had already accepted that if not so bad got higher, you did the writing to impress it. From which I understand on its screen that even in 2, 3 or 4 hours, the entire Ramayana saga cannot be accommodated, in which many characters will be missed, obviously, but those brothers who already exist, they would have been shown honestly. The complete CGI fight of Balian Supreme and his complete destruction was so intentionally fast-paced and idiotic that you would not have felt that the strongest beings of nature are fighting among themselves. In Vanarsena, none of the monkeys fighting like monkeys have any identity, and on top of that their animation. From a small ring to a budget bunny flying, be it in the sky or an underwater scene, so pathetically animated. What happened? The screens are dropping. You put Steer's images and in the climax, Jabarawan is doing a power summon. Brother, every single frame is an insult to the storytelling on their makers and on the CGI, like so many donkeys, the CGI of the makers of the defense. But like so many donkeys, the dependency movie already works, plus it's modern day by unacceptable. First of all, the first modern day adaptation of Ramayana, out of which my mind was blown away when Ravana Bai, wearing a modern fiber mask like 100 crores, used a sword. The matter did not end here. In the end, when they started running with what chakra blade to dance on the wall, I started thinking, brother, which timeline is this? Why do they have such inconsistent technology? Why is it from above? near them? I will also say to Prabhas for this movie that brother, as an actor you also have a responsibility, that what can you do? And by the rest of the characters, our Indrajit, Mandodari and Pankawale actors, by their work was going on as it was, but even then it does not look Montessori, it feels so modern. That means it is quite inconsistent, of which I am still would say that this movie should not have existed. It's a movie that deserves a one-way ticket to the trust bin of cinematic history. Which insults your intelligence, lowers the standards of India's dream of a better cinema with the changing times, out of which it insults the good artistic taste and brotherly integrity of our Indian unbroken history on a very large level, on a 700 crore level, out of which I also want to make a statement that this picture will become an example of what kind of pictures should not be made. If you don't have any desire for your work, if you don't have an iota of conviction for cinema, then please make a picture only on these issues. The overall picture is not bad. It is not worth recommending that you can tell people that this is our Ramayana. I feel ashamed that you made it, but still they say that whatever happens is for the good. Then maybe after this movie, after so many criticisms, people in their chamber be able to understand that we deserve better than this. Now seeing the rest of the picture, is it not even worth releasing? You tell your opinions, that if you have seen the movie that it was your opinion, and if you have not seen it, see nothing, man, let it go. Put it aside. Well, do comment on it now, and what do you think actually about this movie, and I want to know what Om Raut is going to do after this. Was shaken, for which you must check out my review, you'll get all the information, but till then keep watching. I want to say this to CJI Explained. Makers, that be thankful that you have chosen an issue like Ramayana to make a movie, and such a memorable picture has been made.